Dear doctors and friends, I welcome you all to this much awaited meeting, the CME, what I've described as a three-in-one CME or three-in-one meeting. We are basically going to deal today with human resources, the problems of human resources in the developing like India. The second part of this meeting will be about the road to entrepreneurship, which many of you are keenly awaiting to listen, and what opportunities are there in India right now in 2024. And last but not the least part of the meeting is called as a $1 million course, which is a must meeting for all the entrepreneurs and particularly those who are associated with the orthopedic field. And for those who stay till the end, there is indeed a special gift which will take you onto the path of becoming a millionaire yourself. So, for those who do not know me, I'm Dr. Srikanth. I'm consultant knee and hip surgeon. These are my qualifications. Particularly proud to have worked in Wrightington Hospital, birthplace of joint replacement surgery in the world. I was formerly a consultant in trauma and orthopedics in the UK. Presently, proprietor and MD of Southeast Specialty Orthopedic Center in Ravipuram, Bangalore. Also, director of orthopedics research and innovation at CBD Hospital in central of the Bangalore. That's my website there. So, for those who are meeting me for the first time, I know many are joining through both the YouTube portal and some through the Zoom, and some physically here for this hybrid meeting. You know, briefly about myself, I'm director of Southeast Specialty Orthopedic Center, right in Bangalore. It's a 4-year-old company, and a 5-year-old company now. It's consultant in UK and trained in UK in all aspects of orthopedics and trauma. I have special interest in computer-assisted robotic, 3 augmented knee hip surgery, specific implants. I did the General Medical Council recognized fellowship at remote teaching hospitals for the same. Nearly operating more than 600 patients, most of them independently with the use of navigation and early robotics. I have a special interest in hip and knee sports and revision surgery. I did a fellowship for another year in Avon Orthopedic Center, which is well known in the field of discovery of the Avon Patellofemoral knee in Bristol. And my third fellowship was septic revision, that is infected revision, where we still offer a cotton referral service in India for this very rare and difficult and challenging patients. I did a fellowship in Endoclinic Germany at Hamburg. This is the mecca of infected revision world in the world. I did my UG and PG from the prestigious Bangalore Medical College Research Center, Bangalore. I was a National Merit Scholar throughout. I bring experience of more than 16,000 now joint repair surgeries over 14 years in the UK. I'm lucky that I could work in 4 or 5 centers of excellence in the UK with the lowest infection rate in the world. And wherever we go, smallest hospital in India to the biggest hospital in India or UK, we follow the same infection control protocols. I'm also India director of the International Meet the Masters course. We are into 7th Meet the Masters course and we have lined up an exciting faculty this time, which will blow people's mind away. I'm also India and Southeast Asia coordinator of the world famous Bristol Plastic course. Very proud to have associated with the Indian Medical Association and bring it to the whole of India. So we hit 1,500 doctors last year, 2,000 the year before, and we are again geared up to bring it end of November to all the orthopedic surgeons in India and Southeast Asia. Objective here is to provide high quality and knee hip replacement revision service in Bangalore, Karnataka, India. And tomorrow, as you know, is Guru Purnima, and hence I can't start any of my presentation without being grateful to my gurus or teachers. Let me start with my international trainers and the big ones. The heart, Mr. Hart, on the right hand side, and he is very famously known, in the whole of Europe, UK, America, and the BBC calls him the hospital detective. You know, and then with Professor John Skinner. John Skinner is founder of British Medical Association, 2 biggest names in the world of orthopedics in the world, and we're very grateful that Prof. Hart was also part of the Meet Masters teaching and talk talked about 3D printing and orthopedics, and we had an example about the future of orthopedics with him and my hip mentor. So again, my second fellowship in the UK with Dr. Jonathan Keenan way back in 2011, more than a decade ago. Here is presentation of fellowship by Dr. Jonathan Keenan, Director of Capacity, and my love and passion for computer surgery and robotics started here with Dr. Jonathan Keenan. My second, Dr. Everett Smith. Everett is well known in India as well now, and also very well known in Europe and in the UK and the US. Former UK head of European Society, and he's the chairperson for Bristol Arthroplasty course. And along with his friend, Mr. Anthony Ward, who's the director of pelvic scapula surgery, we had a fantastic time understanding the nuances of revision, hip surgery, and pelvic surgery, arthroscopy, and things like that, and sports injury. This ever doing the first, minimally invasive spare approach in India in all India of medical science in Delhi on the left, and here, on the right hand side is ever being felicitated with my other gurus, my professor, Dr. Jay Krishna Reddy, very well known lecturer in orthopedics at our prestigious Sauna Natural Biomedical College, and Professor Purushottam, who had as a president of the association as well. Also worked with past presidents of British Knee Society, Dr. Richard Parkinson, my knee mentor, president of British Knee Society 2014-16, voted the top best knee replacement teachers in the UK. Inspired me in knee surgery way back in 2000 I think 2001, more than 2 decades ago. December 2023 was my manifestation coming true, dream come true, when I met Prof. Manoj Ramchandran, my hero in orthopedics. He's author of the Basic Sciences book, Manoj Ramchandran's Basic Sciences book. A must-read book for anybody to pass FRCS exam in any of the developed world. And not only meeting him, but also collaborating with him. And soon, he'll be in India virtually this year and physically next year. And watch the space. Coming to today's subject, the human resources. So let's go to the basics. Doctors are healthcare leaders, whether you accept it or not. Anybody who runs a clinic is an entrepreneur, it's not just a doctor. When doctors lead, the outcomes are good for the patients. I can't say the same thing when MBS lead. Only a lawyer can lead a legal firm, only a CA can head an accountancy firm. But in India, any money bag can head a healthcare firm. Only qualification in India seems to be money. This is incredible. And this is one of the biggest problems of the healthcare in India. And this is due to poor healthcare leadership. We have abdicated our role as doctors to others. So when you give your power to others, they control you. They use you like a doormat, walk over you, and do whatever they want to do with you. Responsibility is yours, but money is theirs. As simple as that. So I think as doctors, we waste too much time in doing anatomy for 1.5 years. I don't think we need so much of anatomy. We are not going to become anatomists. Not every MBBS person is a surgeon. So 70% of doctors in India are involved in creating jobs for others. And profession, which creates so much of jobs, and 100% of doctors save lives. No other profession does this either. Still, no campus interview in medicine. Anywhere in India, you take AIMS or you take PGA or you take our own college. No campus interview, no six-figure payouts in the final year of MBBS. People who fail to get in, like BE people, BA, LLB, all these people, the judges, they are all failures. They couldn't get into medicine. They took the other professions. And these people, get a six-figure payout as campus interview and the final year. The most cream of intelligence in the country. I just think. So coming to HR basics, let's look at the present status of India. Where is India's place in the global economy? We are now the G20 members now. We had a final G20 meeting a couple of years ago in New Delhi. If you look at the G20 membership, India is the poorest country in the G20 members. We are a proud country due to our ancient history. No doubt, we have a fantastic history, probably the best in the world. But long decisions, independence has led to the present status of India. After the Second World War, those countries which aligned with the US, like Taiwan and South Korea, not big countries, they're probably as big as Tamil Nadu or America, smaller than that. Their per capita income today in 2024 for Taiwan is 20 more than that of India. That means an average Taiwanese earns 20 times more than an Indian for the same job that he does. An average South Korean earns 35 times more than an Indian for the same job that he does in 2024. What a shock. Not spend money on education and training in India. That's the biggest problem with the government. With the low skilled workforce, we are trying to invest 1.6 times the annual GDP spend on education on a silicon chip manufacturing now in Gujarat. That's so crazy. This will be a disaster because first we need skilled people before handing out subsidies and loans to foreign companies. Yes, everybody wants NVIDIA chip maker because it's the future of AI. But just putting 1.5 times the educational GDP on a foreign company without creating skill in the country is crazy. 70% of engineers and graduates not employable due to poor quality of teaching and training in India. Quite shocking. These are in the newspaper. So outcome of such a approach in India is that India is the country with the highest per capita opinion. You ask every Indian 1.4 million. Each one has got an opinion. Thankfully Virat Kohli scored in the finals and India won the T20 World Cup. Just imagine if he scored zero. There will be 1.4 or 1.5 billion mouths talking about it. Only plays for money, only plays for RCB, only goes for with his girlfriend or wife. You can just see the trolls, come use of it. So let's come to some HR basics, how to compensate talent. There is a box grid method, where first you assess potential, assess the performance, you bring the two together. Performance, that is number one, low performance doesn't match the low performers, doesn't match the job description, fails individual targets. Moderate performer has matches 50% of the job description and owns target. And high performer meets 100% job description, fulfills 100% targets given to him. So low potential but working at his full potential. I grew up, say, group D worker, not expect to influence working at maximum capacity or max motivation to improve. So that helps you to identify what should be the salary that you need to fix. Moderate potential has potential to develop in the current role in performance and expertise. So, moderate potential means has potential to develop in their current role in performance and expertise. And high performance, they're eligible for promotion and leadership, performs beyond targets and responsibilities. They are very enthusiastic to take leadership roles and ready for higher positions. So there is a nine-box grid formula. We map performance there X and potential Y, and create different people like dysfunctional genius, hyperfunctional performers like that, up and out dilemmas, bad hairs, to up and out grinders. We go into these details and how they should be compensated annually, and how their salary should rise year by year in detail later on. How to manage top talent, the star performers. What's the best practice in the best industries? Star performers of future leaders can take new roles. They are A players and most profitable to an organization, have critical role in succession management. So give them 6 to 12 months honeymoon period. They need time to fit into the organization. Don't badger them with targets from day one. Very poor leadership in India I've seen, even big corporates. Day one, I came from UK, the guy CEO sitting there giving me targets. And I thought, what a crap person is this guy? So it's very, very sad if you have that attitude. Give them the other star performers formal coaching to remove any performance barriers. Give them challenging assignments, new innovations, spin-off companies, etc. They can create. Check regularly that they are happy because they are your star performers. Praise in public, admonish in private. Very, very important management lesson. Never admonish in public. You know, never, you know, always praise in public but admonish in private. That's the way to treat talent. Networking opportunities between star performance and the senior leadership. Give them roles in your board. Reward them with competitive compensation. Send them to top leadership, management, strategy, or finance management course. Doctors are not trained to traditionally, so I think you can send them to those courses. Employee engagement, connect connection the employee feels with the organization. Divide your employee into groups. one small setup, 15-bed hospital or clinics, then you have a top level leader, and then the lower level staff. The medium large hospital, more than 100%, you have a top level leader, mid level manager, and lower level staff. Understand and play Maslow's motivation pyramid. It's most important. This is Maslow's motivation pyramid. Physiological needs. People who have roti kabda makan, group D workers, of workers. Then they move on to safety needs, money, then belonging and love needs, and then the higher level management, that is mid-level managers and the consultants and the superstars. They all fall into esteem needs, cognitive needs, and aesthetic needs, as transcendence and spiritualization. So you need to look at where they, which part of the pyramid they fall, how to deal with them. This is something eye opener for many of the organization, particularly corporates. Why spiritual organizations succeed in corporates? What lessons can corporates learn from spiritual organization? Corporate, they appeal to mind, as spiritual organization appeal to heart. Corporate focus on productivity, but spiritual organization focus on well-being and productivity. It's an unpaid high-quality work from heart. Employee engagement, patient satisfaction scores in the force is an engaged community, whereas where the heart is there, the mind flows in spiritual organization, and mind flows, the body flows automatically. Work to be done. Happy customer is a corporate spiritual organization, so the work becomes fun, not a job. So that's what we need. The top HR problems in solutions. First problem is can't get adequately skilled doctor, healthcare workers. No one hospital type 2, type 3 scheme. What is the solution? You have to network with the local Indian Medical Association. You have to incentivize city doctors to come to OPD. You case the talent that you've got. Nobody cares. So that's what we do. Staff training. This is a very big problem because of the mindset. Really. But what is the solution? Often the problem is that staff joins the office 6 months, gets trained, gets zero training. Under the training, the neighboring hospital, the one next door says, "Oh, I'll pay you 500 rupees more." You always look for trained staff. Then this fellow jumps there. So the hospital taking him doesn't have any ethics because the same thing happened to them. Never think about that. They're just selfish. We want trained staff. We're happy to pay 500 rupees more than the competitor. That's all is their thought process. How narrow people can be. So the issue is this, and the employees also keep jumping. And that's a solution is we need to have proper contract legally enforceable on a 4 rupees bond paper. Sadly in India, even corporates are not aware about the legal requirements of the Supreme Court, and they go for 100 rupees bond stamp paper. Means they don't want to save 300 rupees. You're employing a consultant paying him 10 lakhs a month, and you want to save 300 rupees. Penny wise pound foolish. Yeah? So you need to know what is the law and then have a proper contract which can be legally enforced. Know your employee. If you stay employee minimum 2 years, maybe you can create FD for a girl child who's there. If they've got school kids to the hospital. Can't get skilled workforce. Train your unskilled work by hiring good trainers, by investing. You know, treat people well. They don't leave you. As simple as that. Okay. Our organization has 50% attrition rate. So you need to understand what's the industry standard. For healthcare industry, 10 to 20% attrition is common. So people come and leave. That's okay. But if it's 50%, then we have to look at your organization. So what is the solution? Change your organization culture, vision, align employees to the vision of your organization, engage them. It's not always about money that you can throw, but you need to. So this is a common problem. I think what are the solutions? You can ask them to deposit mobile in a locker or with a reception, because sometimes they get emergency call from the home or something like that. Sometimes they answer. If they're in OT or ICU, a strict no, because it's false focus. You need to have a person focus on the patient. Where attention goes, focus. Yes, where focus, things get manifested. So your attention is important in OT. Use Chanakya Niti. Chanakya was a great philosopher and politician more than 2000 years ago. And it's amazing what he thought 2000 years married now in 2024. He talked about Sama means strict SOP, standard operating procedures. You can avoid this kind of problem. Second is done, that is incentivize for not using mobile. There is an app which you can download all employees can download, and that will track their mobile usage. And there's a master app which can look at how many employees were looking at their mobile all the time, on different websites during the work hours. And then there is monetary or non-monetary cuts of salary or incentive. And I think it's important that fear is more important than actually fine. Fine them fear and prevent them from abusing the time they are at work. And pay this split as incentivize employees to report each other. So all know that others are they better not be on the phone for too long and do the work properly. Staff not bothered about quality. Make quality a culture. Lead by example. So if you don't show quality, then others will not. Incentivize with points for equal and redeem equal for quality and redeem points. For example, 5% promotion hike based on the quality report of their line manager. That way you can improve quality. Cheat hospital referring patients outside is very sad, but you can prevent these kinds of attitudes and practices by strict CCTV monitoring and culture of trust and transparency, and strict action when proven that they are indeed referring patients coming to your hospital, different hospitals for some cuts or some extra amount of commission. No motivation at all levels in the staff. As a leader, you lead the example. Are you motivated? First question. Okay, if you are motivated, people around you will draw that energy. Just typical example, Virat Kohli, how he motivates by being hyper, active in the field. Weekly calls with all staff, vision sharing, employee engagement, a training calendar. Keep them busy with work and training. So if you know free time for idling is very short. Stealing, staff stealing money. Money is the old thing. Now data is the most important thing. Data is the new oil. Staff can also steal data. How marketing data can be stolen. So install boards. That will be thieves will be prosecuted or prosecution will be very create accountability. Make one manager accountable for these kinds of things and monitoring and strict penalty when these things happen. Staff creating so again, use Chanakya Niti. So there is some explained logically. Done is incentivized. Done is penalized and base split the union. For example, 10 members. Promote one or two in the group. They leave the group and spill secrets. You can break the. This is a nice trick for the employers to use to deal with unions. Staff creating reviews in Google and other for your on your organization. For one fake review, you get 10 true reviews and it gets found. Understand human psychology. The human psychology is that if I tell you that you've done a great job, fantastic, great guy, you will remember it for one day. If I tell you you're a crap fellow, worst person on the earth, you will remember the same comment for 10 days. This is human psychology. You need to understand that. So, it always sticks to the negative and stays with the negative for longer. But I have praised you. I said you are the best guy in the world, but you remember only one day and more. So why not do the opposite? In your mind. Ask Google to raise concerns about the reviewer for putting a fake bad review. Staff stealing medicines. So monitor with six CCTV cameras. 1 to 2% pilferage is normal industry. HIMS inventory management system. Single person accountability. Create one person who is accountable. If stealing medicine is being stolen, then you get fired. To understand that 2% pilferage is normal in the industry, throughout the world. So it's not that it's rare. And incentivize staff to catch pilferage and strict action penalty and police when you catch hold of the pilferage. Staff asking too many leaves. Ask reason for the leave. And one of the nice way of putting to the staff is that too many leaves is being asked. Ask who will do his job when he's on leave. Ask him to replace. Get a replacement. If repeated leave, they'll cut salary, and if no improvement over a course of 6 months or 8 months, they have to let go of the staff. Disobey. Inspiring leadership, if you lead by example, people tend to follow you. Respect has to be earned, not demanded. Increase engagement in work. One rotting apple spoil the basket. One rotting apple can spoil the basket. So sometimes you have to take addition to fact. So now the second part of the talk is road to entrepreneurship. This is for all the doctors who are particularly to understand the concept of entrepreneurship and why it's important. Now, what is the definition of entrepreneurship? It's a path of calculated risk taking, so more money, profits, and jobs can be generated. Doctor as an entrepreneur ideally suited for this particular role. Reward with this particular thing is that you get more money, more fame, more time, and financial freedom, which is what is the most important. A rich is not somebody who is sitting on 10,000 crores and has no money. A rich person is somebody who has money, but he has got time and financial freedom. He's the only rich person. Okay? So other person is still slogging, keep his income person. So the purpose also is larger than you. You may create to become a hero. Why should doctor be an entrepreneur? Number one, for himself, his family, and for society at large. For himself, he gets more money, satisfaction, and growth, personal growth. The family he gets quality time, more resources than doctor's salary. The society at large, he gets more jobs, contribution to the society. What are the fears? What are the causes of fears? What are scared about entrepreneurship? What is the cause of their fear? One is our own education system. The medical system of education is long and costly. By the time you become a full-fledged doctor, you have sort of spent 10 to 12 years of your time. No campus interview, I mentioned the number. And also, several crores of money is being spent. If you go to the private private medical college system. And the Hippocratic oath, look at that, thou shalt not harm. We start with the negative mindset, thou shalt not. Don't tell me you don't do this, don't do this. Tell me what is. That's the positive way of living. So, because of that kind of negative mindset, we have to play safe. So, we are like a risk averse community. We don't take risks. So, that somewhere has to change. The teaching, don't do this. This teaches what should be done. Comfort zone, fixed monthly salary, both husband, wife, doctor, professional cushion. So let's lead a monotonous, boring life versus adventurous life. There is a lack of clarity about entrepreneurship, fear of losing. You have a job, as a base background, and you start entrepreneurship. Worst thing you lose entrepreneurship, you fall back to the job. And the environment, not celebrating failure. And particularly India doesn't celebrate failure. I'm just talking about Virat Kohli. He scored in the final city T20 World Cup, everybody is praising him. Had he scored zero, India lost. Just imagine. We don't celebrate failures. This is entrepreneurship to celebrate failures. And again, finances and family responsibilities. What are the myths in entrepreneurship? It's a very, very risky kind of job, a very risky kind of approach. With proper planning and guidance, one can mitigate these risks. A lot of statutory hazards when starting a healthcare setup. Not all rules applicable to all specialties. Maybe there are 100 rules, but maybe 20 apply to your specialty. A lot of money required, but loans, proper planning is easy to get loans. You need big contacts, but the reality is networking is a learnable skill. Can't handle digital media. Many doctors have this fear. It's easier than passing the first year MBBS. It's the easiest thing to do. What if no patients come to me after becoming an entrepreneur? Actually, more patients will come to you because of digital media use, skill set, and marketing plan. One doctor in 1,000 family people. This is the status of India as per the WHO. But if you look at, since everybody is a doctor in India, like the physio is a doctor, the quack is a doctor, everybody is doctor. So probably one genuine doctor for 15,000 people, which is a reality. So we are on either side of the business. So we have to work hard as a genuine doctor to fail in India. So, what are the opportunities now in 2024? Indian healthcare is poised to become nearly $300 billion US dollar industry. That's a big amount by next year. We are almost doubled in the last 2 to 3 years now. India needs 2 lakh more beds in a few years' time. Don't worry, the Apollo has come up next door with 100. The hospital Manipal is coming. They are coming on the hospitals in the city. Again, I think there's enough fish every person fishing. So it's enough for all. There's enough for all people. Enough fish in the ocean. So don't worry. So government likely to increase GDP on health to 2.5%. That's what is IMF is asking. It still does not know. We are actually comparable partner and failed state like Sri Lanka and probably Bangladesh is joining the list as on the violence yesterday. Post-COVID boost to digital health has been a big thing. Telemedicine has become a big post-COVID. Increasing foreign funding. You think that the hospitals are owned in India by the Indian group, but it's all facade. So it's not a reality. I think if you look at TPG Group, based in Singapore and Malaysia, they are owning a lot of hospitals. A big change they got from Manipal, India. So the name may be an Indian name, but the owners are foreign people. So a lot of foreign funding is happening in India. Indian patients becoming quality of care conscious, which is a very big thing. So Jalta is not, we are also looking for quality. What are the gaps in Indian healthcare? Only 25% of population has health insurance, and if you look at the less than 1%, has got adequate, that is more than adequate health insurance. Core is considered adequate health insurance. It covers so there's 2 million gaps. That's not actually 2 lakh people gap in the capacity in 2024. So there is, Manipal can't take this 2 lakh beds or Apollo can't take. We don't have capacity really. So there is space for you also. Developed country means need to spend around 8% GDP, not measly 1.3%. We want to become developed country. We've got a vision for 2047, etc. Some people are saying 2035. So I think we need to invest more in health. We can't say we are like number one growing and invest 1% on the health. That too, after the COVID pandemic. So GDP spend on health, if you look at India, it's a little old slide. In 2012, we are dismal, and 2025 also we are up to 1.3%. We need to be really there where the developed countries are there, 8%, 10% to give a happy society. Entrepreneurship now. India is the fastest growing economy at 7 plus percentage growth. There is a rising income and rising disposable income in India. Telemedicine penetration is happening on the rise. Increased lifestyle disease, India is now known as the accident capital of the world. Hypertension, diabetic, myocardial infarction, cancer capital of the world. All the diseases we whatever we name, we seems to be the capital of the world. So not just for orthopedics, but for all other departments as well. There's a big number of patients who are waiting to be treated in the country. Improved insurance penetration, as I said, up to 20%. Acceptance of entrepreneurship, like Atmanirbhar Bharat means create your own jobs. So these kinds of things has really made entrepreneurship okay now. So best time to start healthcare ventures of your own. And if you look at the government website, there's also Startup India, and they're giving 25 lakhs and 50 lakhs and some grants and some loans as well, low interest loans. So it's a great time. So I welcome any questions on these two sections of this point. And if there are no questions, then I would like to tell you that now help is at hand. There's a dedicated team of around 30 professionals who will handhold you and take you through the journey of entrepreneurship, from setting up a small clinic to a 100 bed or 200 bed or 100 bed hospital. All the digital marketing will be made bare to you. That Maslow's motivational, the Maslow's pyramid, or the 9 grade method. Everything will be, all the secrets will be made decoded to you. All the tricks of using artificial intelligence to become a top 2% of doctor in India will be decoded to you, and you can beat your competition, and also will make you financially free. By the concept of investment, you will not go into detail, but you learn from them. So we'll not expand further, but you can learn by scanning the QR code. Please use this QR code, take a snapshot of this picture or a screenshot, and you can scan this QR code and become a member. And once you become a member of the community, sky is the limit for you, and you will become financially free. So with the diamond membership, you get it's like a Netflix for doctors. You get a Facebook, you get a lot of resources, and a lot more things. Really. So for example, to get an NABH approval for hospital, for considering you spend 3 to 4 lakhs, now that's the going rate. With this, with less than 50% spend, you can easily get hazard-free NABH approval for your hospital. Okay, all the secrets are revealed and you're taken through handheld. And for example, if you plan for a hospital architecture, you have to spend 40, 50K. But with peanuts of amount of money, you already got that. You get all the SOPs for the hospital stationaries, how to manage group D workers, how to manage mid-level management, how to manage CEOs. Everything will be given. All the secrets, your digital marketing, how to go about it, how to analyze performance, AI, how to go. You use the AI tools to become the top doctor in the country. Everything is given. So I think it's definitely worth it. It's a very less investment, but what you get is probably 5 or 10 times that investment. So please take that screenshot and then go. So thank you. Now coming to the last but not the least part, the $1 million course. This section is for the orthopedic surgeons in the group. If others have joined online and have no questions, you can leave the meeting. If there's any questions, we'll take it. There is an unlimitable gift for the junior doctors in orthopedics for those who stay till the end of this meeting. SSOC is very happy to bring this leadership course for them. Where can you find maximum ideas in this work? That's a question. So maybe you can take this and answer. The real answer is that in the grave, because most people don't act on their ideas, and brilliant ideas in the grave. If you don't, then the risk is that others will hide you, pay you peanuts, make their dreams come true through you and through your hard work. Elvis Presley. You need to understand Elvis Presley. I don't know how many of you know. I think most people will know because he's one of the greatest singers and rock stars of the present generation. The world has seen as much as like Michael Jackson. And story of Elvis Presley is very very interesting. He was born poor, poor boy, and because they are poor, they have made to live in a black community. Black community in America is a minority community. Okay, and you don't, as a white person, majority community stay blacks unless you are really, completely done financially. Okay, so I think his dad was caught up in some check bribery case, something like that, and he sort of was imprisoned or came out of jail or something like that. So they went through a very, very difficult time, and he had to live in a black environment, black neighborhood. And the blacks, most of them Christians, they on a Friday and Sunday they go to do masses and music, and the black music is very attractive, and he was attracted to that music and used to go and watch this music silently. And so what happened was, every day he was going, on the weekend he was going and watching, and once the priest caught him and they said, oh, he's a white boy, and probably he was more enlightened beyond the body, so he welcomed him to be part of that choir group. And there, I think he went into the zone. Going into the zone means connecting with the supra mind, or the super mind, as you say, the universal consciousness. And that's where the music started flowing into him. And then he became creative. And as he came up, he used both the combination of white and the black music, which was completely new at that time in America. And that's what made him such a big hit. And so a manager noticed him and he said, wow, this is a real talent, I need to develop. Yeah, he did all the hard work. He made him, go up the ladder, got the right advertisement, everything, made him almost number one in the US. But what Elvis didn't realize was that the manager knew his background. The father had a criminal background, was in jail for a check fraud, and used that psychology of the boy very nicely, till his death. And eventually it turned out that especially the greatest singer the world has seen, nearly 60% of the money, or maybe 70% what he earned, was swindled by the manager. So you can just understand who is Elvis Presley. Here is a doctor, and what is happening. History repeats itself. So that's what you need to avoid. He had a great chance to earn $1 million at those times by coming to Japan or Korea, but the manager said no. You are not leaving America because he would lose control. So let's not become Elvis Presleys. Let's use our talent and make sure that 60% stays with us, not goes to the other people. So this is a part to do that. So this is just a preamble of what you get in this course. And again, I'll summarize at the end. So just listen to this 10 minutes message, which clearly talks about this course, particularly for junior doctors, and why it's an incredible gift on the path. Safe. I'm not rich to get a professor from Germany to come and operate on my father-in-law or my mother-in-law. Not everybody can do that. So let's train our next generation really. So the course fees is around 25,000 plus GST because of what it can give you. Actually, it will probably give you 10 times more than what you invest. But special online offer of the course is only around 10,000. It is 9,999 including GST. This is what you have to pay for the course to enroll and go through the modules. But wait, so because this is a special meeting today and all of you have joined here, there is a special webinar offer, of just 7080, including GST, So this is, if you look at the course, it's a massive 75% off, of the course value. And this is a webinar offer only, which will last for the next 15 minutes. I'll put a timer clock now for 15 minutes, and those of you can purchase this course and send me the screenshot of the same. Once it is done, my team will send you the course link when it premieres on the 25th of August, really. Okay. So this is the InstaMojo link. You can take a screenshot of this, or you can just type instamojo.com stroke at ortho SSOC. That will take you to the easy payment link. Pay 7080, and then we'll send the confirmation to you by end of today that you are registered for this course. Okay. Take a screenshot of this. You can also pay through this QR code. Okay, it's very simple. It takes 2 3 steps to do the payment. Okay. So I thank you very much for the patient listening, and I'll be putting the timer on. Any question is there, we can discuss in the meantime. And those who are making payments, send me the screenshot personally on my mobile. And by end of today, we'll all get confirmation that you are enrolled into this $1 million course. Okay. I wish you the best. Okay. Thank you very much.
So thank you. Thank for the
Bye.
patient listening. What I would say is that you take two screenshots. One of the first QR code that is, for you to become important entrepreneur, in healthcare field. I think it's worth the investment really. So for a peanuts, you're at least going to get 5 to 10 times the value of it. And second is the $1 million course. I think it's going to just open your mind. The eyes doesn't see what the mind doesn't know. So once the mind knows, then you can act on it, and that's the path to become a millionaire or a billionaire. So this is a must course for you. So do register for it. Again, take a snapshot of the QR code or the InstaMojo account there, and pay it ASAP. If you do it by today, the special price is on. But if you want to do it later, it'll be 9999 plus GST. It'll be work out to around 12,000 rupees. That is 11,950 will be the amount. So essentially, you save 5,000 by doing it today. So let me know, or else you can pay 12,000. That's not an issue at all. You can do it. Course is going live. It's premiering on the 25th of August, which is a Sunday, which will be a free day for all. So I hope to see many of you there. Okay, particularly the orthopedic entrepreneurs. Okay, see you. Have a good day. Bye bye.